Hey, Lyoko Warriors, this is Captain Heat here for you for another Cold Lyoko episode review. This is going to be Season 3, Episode 15, titled Xana Awakens, Part 2. So, let's get into it. The last episode of Season 3, and then we're in the home stretch, baby. Season 4, the last season, 30 episodes, so we're going to be here for a while. So don't worry, it's not going to go away quick. And like I said, I'm going to wear my tux, or not my tux, I'm going to wear my suit on the first episode and the last episode of Season 4. I'm going to be home next week, so I'll be able to wear it. So, let's get into this episode. So, the episode starts off with the opening. After the opening, we cut to we cut to Sissy and Oric in the cafeteria, and Sissy is just watching Oric eat. She's literally just there gawking over him while he eats. And then Odd sits down, and his hair is permanently like straight up because that's how his normal look is. But this is like the flashback episode, so his hair was down when we met him, and he said he wants to keep his hair kind of up because it's like the Lyoko style. Hey, it looks kind of cool, right? And he just starts gobbling down all his food, and Oric goes, "Man, do you always eat that much?" I go, "Nah, I'm not that hungry today." He goes, "Hey, also, where's Jeremy?" Or it goes, "I think he's talking to Maya." He said he's talking to Maya in his room because he got his computer set up on the whole supercomputer thing. He goes, "Wow, that guy's a real Einstein, ain't he?" Said the thing. He said the thing. Anyway, it cuts over to Jeremy talking to Maya, and while he's talking to Maya, he explains that those towers on Lyoko are portals to Lyoko and the human world, and whenever they turn red, that means it's activated. Now, I think I can materialize you if I can get you inside one of those red towers. He goes, "Are you serious? Really?" I mean, we don't know until we get you in there. So we gotta figure out a way to get you into a red tower, and then that could possibly rematerialize you into the real world. And then we pan over to Oric, Odd, and Sissy sitting down talking, and then Jeremy walks up to them talking about what I just said about how we need to put Maya in a red tower to materialize her. Obviously, Oric and Odd like, I don't know. I mean, this Xana thing is pretty dangerous. So you saw what it did yesterday. He go, "Come on, man. We just gotta try just one more time. Give me one more time. We gotta try." Because, Maya's not just, a computer. She has feelings. She has emotions just like us. And then Oric, looks at Odd. He goes, "Hey, what I tell you?" He's gaga over this AI machine. Come on, be cool. Jimmy goes, "Come on, man. Be cool." And I really it's a lot of good team shots in this episode. I don't know why. I think I'm not complaining. I mean, even though Sissy's here, hey, this is a cool shot. This is a really cool shot. Look at this. Look at this team shot. Really nice. And while they're talking about, Jeremy just wants one more time to test out Lyoko and everything to rematerialize Maya. Oric brings up "Man, I would like to help you, Belpaw, but man, but getting past those monsters are kind of hard. If only there was 3 of us. But Sissy's too scared to go in Lyoko with us." He goes, "I'm not scared. I would really love to go in Lyoko with you guys, but not until after my cheerleading practice." It's the way she sidetracked my tail. It's the way she said that was so funny to me. She goes, "I really want to go in Lyoko, but I have to wait till after cheerleading practice." Come on, Oric. That's important. Come on. That's really important. Anyway. My bad. I was going to start laughing like crazy, but I got to, do this review. I almost started laughing like crazy. Anyway, after that, Oric gets up and he starts to leave. And they go, "Hey, Oric, where you going?" He goes, "I got something to do, but I'll meet up with you guys later on and I'll help you guys out." We're trying to get Maya to a red tower. And where does he go? He goes to the gym where Yumi's there. And Yumi and Oric just start to spar They start to spar like crazy. And then we cut over to the next scene. I mean, they were sparring for a good minute too, which is pretty funny. Then the next scene is we're on Lyoko, and Xana activates a tower in the ice sector. And as soon as he does that, every time he activates a tower, you guys know, it makes pulsations. So we see the camera pan over to the ice sector, activate a tower. The camera pans over into the tower. It goes to another sector, the forest sector. You see the pulsation as the camera goes all the way to another tower. It goes inside that tower, and then you see Alita just sitting there, and she feels the pulsation, so she goes, looks to the side, and then it goes to the next scene because she starts to. I really like that scene because obviously we knew that before the super scanner she always had pulsations. I'm sorry, Before the super scanner, it was always Alita feeling the pulsations, and you could obviously like see like the little vibrations on the ground too. But just like the camera work of like just going all around Lyoko and then to Alita, she like feels it internally. I really like that. I really like that. Anyway, it cuts to Sissy going in her cheerleader outfit, or going in her room, putting on her cheerleader outfit. And when she walks out, a little spark of electricity comes out the outlet. So Xana's on the move. Xana is on the move. And we cut over to Jeremy and Odd, and Jeremy and Odd are just walking and talking. And Odd goes, "Man, I really thought Sissy was, a pretty hot babe. But the more I hang around her, I realize she's what's the word?" Jeremy goes, "A turkey." There you go. I never heard that before to describe someone. And then we cut over to this Sissy and cheerleading practice, and she does a cheer. And the cheer is pretty funny. I'm gonna say it out loud for you guys. And also the cheerleading outfit, not too bad. Not too bad. Anyway, this is the cheer that Sissy does to try to get into the cheerleading squad. A cheerleader cheers so her team won't lose. We got short skirts and sparkly shoes. Kind of wild since they're only eighth graders. Kind of wild. We're just so gorgeous. How can you choose? There's no doubt we got clout. Winning at Caddick is what it's all about. Does rhyme though. If you can give her anything, it does rhyme. And then she yells Caddick as she throws her baton in the air, and it lands on Jim. And Jim goes, "Look, man, cheerleading is more about just dancing around and just prancing around like a baboon." You know what I'm saying? So she said, I don't think you're ready to become a cheerleader. And then she gets really mad and she storms off. But while she's storming off, Nicholas and Herb are in the bleachers watching this audition, and they just start clapping. They just start clapping like crazy for Sissy. Like they've been on Sissy day one, man. Day one. Nicholas and Herb right there. But this is Sissy in her cheerleading outfit. Not too bad. Not too bad. And like I said, oh my bad. There we go. My bad. And like I said, Nicholas and Herb just start standing up and start clapping for them like crazy. They put a towel back on the TV. Need to find a faster method. I always say that, but I still haven't found one, so I guess I can't complain too much since I haven't found a new method yet. Anyway, we cut over to Alita as she walks outside the tower to follow the pulsations, and she's in the forest sector, and so she starts to walk around. And she starts getting chased by two Krangalots, and she's running it. Wait, no, my bad. It's two Krangalots, right? I'm just making sure before oh, never mind, my bad. I'm gonna give you the wrong information. She just runs out into the forest sector, and then she finds a new tower, I think, because then we cut over to Oric and Yumi, and they're still sparring. And then Oric goes, "Hey, you're pretty good. Anyway, hey, I'm Oric, and your name is Yuri, right?" And then Yumi trips him. He falls. The name Yumi. And then it pans over to Alita in the mountain sector. And while she's in the mountain sector, then two Krangalots come up and start to shoot at her. Okay, that's what I mean. We see her come out of a tower, and then two Krangalots start to shoot at her, and she hides behind a rock. Then we pan back over to Sissy walking to her room, and Nicholas and Herb are following her. And she goes, "Hey, are you guys going to just follow me this whole time?" He goes, "Of course we are. You're gorgeous." And we even started our own fan club called the Sissy is Pretty Fan Club. She goes, "Oh, wow, really? How many members you got?" And Nicholas, he goes, "Well, just me and Herb." But she goes, "Oh, wow, really? Okay. Well, call me back when you got 50 members. Because if not, I'm going to tell my dad, the principal, that you try to break into my room." He slams the door. And Nicholas goes, "Man, she's even more pretty when she's angry. These guys are pretty wild." These guys, man, down bad. Anyway, as soon as Sissy starts to try to pick up some new clothes, a big electricity ball just comes out of nowhere, shocks her, she passes out, and Nicholas and Herb see that, so they bring her to the infirmary. Then we cut back over to Jeremy and Odd and in the library. Jeremy's on the computer, and he starts to tell Odd that, "Hey, I found out this new program in the supercomputer that I think I just figured out how to activate it. This new program is called Return to the Past." He said the thing. Anyway, the new program is called Return to the Past. Odd goes, "Hey Einstein, that's cool and all, but Jeremy goes, are you just gonna keep calling me Einstein? Why not?" Anyway, Odd he needs some help with his homework, so Jeremy starts to tell him what to write down, and I goes, "Wow, really? That's all I gotta do?" He goes, "I mean, yeah, you gotta write down what I just told you, plus give some examples. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like you gotta give some examples." And then right after that, two people walk past Jeremy and Odd, and they start to talk about how Sissy got electrocuted, and they look at each other like, huh, that might be Xana. And one of them is that black kid that's in, I don't know his name, I don't think he even got a name, but one of them is that black kid that's in Yumi's class. And he says, because the one, oh no, both of them are in Yumi's class actually. And then one of them starts to talk about how Sissy got electrocuted and she's in the infirmary right now, and the black kid go, "Oh, what does he do? Pull a muscle in her brain, trying to add 2 + 2." Jeez, man, that's pretty ruthless. That was pretty ruthless. Anyway, we cut over back to Lyoko, and Maya is running away from the Karangalock, shooting at her, and she jumps off of the bridge, which is pretty wild. They just constantly shooting at her. She's on a stone bridge. She looks over. All she can see is fog, and she just jumps off. Pretty wild. Luckily, she was able to land on another platform, and then she runs into another tower. But like that could have been the digital sea. And also the 2 Karangalocks, they die. Yeah, one day as soon as they landed on the next platform with Alita, they bounced off and fell even more. So they're gone. Those 2 Jokers are gone. Anyway, we cut over to Yumi and Oric, and they're still sparring. And they stop sparring because Yumi grabs Oric's leg, and Oric's like trying to fall over. But Oric grabs Yumi's shoulder. They do like a barrel roll, and then Oric's on top of Yumi, and they both start to blush. And then Oric like goes over to the side and just lays next to her. And she goes, "You know what? You want to call this a tie?" "Yeah, yeah, this is a tie." He goes, "You know what? I gotta go. My friends are gonna be wondering where I'm at. Probably the same for you too." She goes, "Nah, I don't have any friends." And then right after that, they see this gigantic electricity ball, and Yumi's like, "What in the world is that?" Or goes, "I got no time to explain. Come on, let's go." He grabs her hand, and they just start to book it. they just start to run. Then it cuts over to the infirmary, and Jeremy and Odd are outside the infirmary listening. I mean, sorry. There's a doorway that goes into a hallway, and there's a door on the side next to the infirmary. Nicholas and Herb are outside the infirmary waiting to see what's happening. The principal, her dad, comes in and she goes, "Oh, thank you, Nicholas, Herb. You're the one that brought her in here. What happened?" And Herb starts to go, "There was this big electricity ball, and they just attacked Sissy." He says, "Look, you need to stop playing, or you're going to be the next one that's shocked." I mean, it was kind of funny how mad he got, but at the same time, this is his daughter. I think this is the only kid too. So his only child, his daughter. And, he just heard she's in the infirmary, so obviously he's really panicking. And, it's the guy that brought her in is like, "Oh, this giant electricity monster attacked her." He like, "Look, son, like, I'm gonna need some straight answers. What are you talking about?" Like, I can understand why he get kind of mad. It was just so funny to me. But anyway, like I said, Jeremy and Otto were like outside of the door that you walk in at first, and they hear what happened. So they go, "Oh yeah, this is definitely Xana." So they start to run over to the sewers, and they call up Oric. Oric's like, "Okay, I understand. Yeah, that thing just attacked me and Yumi. Yeah, okay, let's go to the factory." And then he goes, "Okay, Yumi, well, I gotta go." So he goes, "Oh, no, hold up. It seems like you know what's going on here. You gotta tell me everything right now. I got no time to explain. I'll see you later." And he starts to go down the catacombs, right? Because there's a passageway when you go through the sewers. There's the other passageway you go through the city to get at the start of the briggs. There's a third passageway where you go. There's a third passageway where you go in the storage room of Cadet Academy, and then it goes out to like this tunnel. Then it goes into the sewer. They're at that tunnel storage room spot. And Oric goes, "I got no time to explain." And Yumi grabs his shoulder. She goes, "Hey, as I just told you, I got no friends. So I got all the time in the world. You're not going nowhere until you answer me what's going on." "You're stubborn, aren't you?" "Mm-hmm." "All right, fine. Come on, I'll tell you on the way. Let's go." And then they all start to go towards the factory. And they all meet up in the sewers. And we get this really cool team shot in the sewers where Oric and Yumi meet up with Odd and Jeremy, and obviously Jeremy's like, hey, who's the girl? And Oric's like, well, she was with me already. She saw the giant electricity ball. She can fight, so I just thought, okay, whatever. Come on, let's go. And they all run towards the factory. They get on top of the factory. Well, now, they get towards the factory off the bridge. They have to grab the rope to jump down. Everybody does it with ease, and then Oric like hesitates, and Yumi goes, what's the matter? You scared? And jumps off, and Oric's like, man, grabs the rope and jumps off too. And let me show you that cool team shot. I love it. I just love it. Boom, baby. Yo, there's so many good thumbnail shots in this episode, man. I mean, that first one wasn't a good thumbnail shot, but this one, this is a good thumbnail shot. Just the original 4. The original 4. Well, I leave up the original 5, but look at this. The squad. And that was a good one too. And the next one, when they get to the factory and everybody goes into the computer room, that was good too. Anyway, we cut over to Aelita, and she's in the mountain sector, and she's getting chased by 2 Hornets. She gets chased by 2 Hornets, and then eventually she's able to get into another tower. And she jumps into that tower, then she gets transferred to the ice sector. When she gets to the ice sector, she starts to get chased by 2 blocks. Then right after that, well, what I just said happened when they have to grab the ropes, and Yumi's like, what's the matter? You scared? Anyway, this is a dope shot too. I love it. I just love it. Look at this. That is nice. That was nice. I love it, man. I love team shots. I can't tell you how much I love team shots. Anyway, let me put the tower back on the TV. All right. Whew. So, after that, I forgot about this team shot, baby. Oh my goodness. I forgot about this team shot. Nice. Almost left that out the gallery. Almost left that out the gallery. Anyway. After that, Jeremy tells everybody to go downstairs to the scanner room so they can take the big plunge. He's like, big plunge? I don't got a bathing suit. I goes, don't worry. You don't need one. Then it cuts to Jeremy getting on the computer, and Maya, she ran past the waterfall, and then she's in this giant cave. And inside the cave, there's just a ton of water and these little ice blocks. So she jumps on some ice blocks and stands on one. Then it's a block and 2 Karangaloks standing there looking at her. And she looks really nervous, obviously. And Jeremy's calling Aelita, like, don't worry, I'm going to send you some help right now. Anyway, Odd and Ori explain to Yumi everything about the factory. Obviously, she doesn't believe it, but they're like, no, this is pretty true. And then Odd goes, okay, guys, hurry up and get into the scanner. Jeremy goes, okay, guys, hurry up and get into the scanner. I'm going to virtualize you. So Odd gets into one scanner. Or gets into another scanner, and while the scanner's closing, he goes, what's the matter? You scared? And he starts to smile really big and chuckle, and Yumi goes, you know what, I'm going too. So she jumps in, he goes, okay, fine, all right, virtualize, Odd, Oric, Yumi, and then they all get onto Lyoko, and I was like, what? I'm still a big old cat. Like, this is ridiculous. And then we get to see what Yumi, I was really gonna turn the camera. We already know what Yumi looks like on Lyoko. This is the 3rd season. We've seen her plenty of times on Lyoko. That was ridiculous. I was really gonna say. Anyway. Woo, that was funny. Everybody starts to run towards Maya, and then we cut over to Sissy finally waking up from that electricity attack. And once he wakes up, she starts to tell Jim and her dad about Jeremy and the factory and everything. Obviously they're not believing her, but she's like, no, this is serious. Oric's in trouble. He's in danger. We have to hurry up and get to Oric. And then the next scene, we see that giant electricity ball assisting them. It's like it was going through the sewers, then it came out of the sewers, and now the electricity ball is inside of the factory, like looking around. So this isn't good. Anyway, we cut over to Maya, and Maya was on a little ice block in the water. The block tried to shoot at her, and it hit the ice block she was on, and it pushed her ice block all the way to a tunnel hole. You know those ice slides we saw? It pushes her over to that, and she jumps into it. So 2 Karangaloks both jump on one ice block. One is able to get inside of the tunnel with her, while the other one sinks into the water. There was also 2 blocks, but 1 block got stuck in the water too. Anyway, Maya, she falls down, and then that one crane lot that was with her in the ice slide, she bangs against the wall and it explodes. But out of nowhere, three crabs pop up, and she's finna get attacked. But then Org, Odd, and Yumi were able to come in and save her. And it was kind of funny because Odd, he's like, "Hey, are you Maya? Cause I'm Odd. Wow, you are a cutie. I mean, you got taste." And this whole time, Org's like fighting off the blocks. He goes, "Hey, Odd, we got a job to do. Stop flirting. Like, come on, man, help me out." And then Yumi's like, "Hey, I don't have any weapons." And then her fan just pops out. And then she goes, "What am I supposed to do with this?" I goes, "I don't know. Throw it. It might work." She goes, "Okay." She throws her fan. She takes her fan out. She goes, "Okay." Throws her fan. The fan goes around and kills two blocks. She catches it. Oh, wow. Okay. I might keep this. We don't, in these 2 episodes for the flashback about how they first met, I wonder how they discovered their other powers, like Yumi's telekinesis. I wonder how Yumi discovers it. Unless that was like an update Jeremy specifically did. Like, hey, I gave you guys some new stuff. Unless that was, you know what I'm saying? Unless that was what's going on, then they must have had that in their base, right? So I wonder how they figured out. I wonder how, especially Auric with triangulate, duplicate, super sprint. You know what I'm saying? Like, if it wasn't like updates Jeremy did, I wonder how they figured out they had those things. Who knows? Who knows? Anyway, after they save her, he tells them where the tower is. They start to run to the tower, but then they go. After they save Maya, Jeremy's like, okay, the tower is like, the coordinates over here. Run towards the tower. They start to run towards the tower, and he goes, oh no, look out! There's 2 monsters there, and the 2 monsters are these 2 crabs, and they come out of nowhere, and they try their best with every attack that they have, but nothing's really working. And Odd is like climbing on top of this one iceberg and shooting down at it. Then it devirtualizes him. And then the giant electricity ball gets inside of the computer room and starts to attack Jeremy. And then, I forgot about the scene. My bad. There was, there was this one scene with Sissy going into the sewer. I'm going to see if I can find it when I'm done with this. She was going inside the sewer, and then her dad was like, "Sissy, this is ridiculous. I'm not going inside the sewer." She goes, "Okay, we won't go inside the sewer, but what are you guys going to tell the police when we find Jeremy and Org and Odd burnt to a crisp?" And when she said that, Jim and her dad just looked at each other like, what are we doing? Like, the dynamic duo since season 1, those 2, they go, what are we gonna do? Like, okay, fine, we'll follow you. And that was pretty funny. That had me laughing. Anyway, they're trying their best to kill these crabs, but nothing's really working. And then Yumi and Org look at each other, and Org goes, "Hey, you want to try it?" Okay. So Yumi, she runs, falls on her back, and slides, and she kicks her feet up. Org jumps on top of her feet. She kicks her feet out. Org gets like a really big boost, stabs his sword into one of the crabs, and kills it. That was cool. I mean, that was pretty cool if I do say so myself, which I do. Look at this. That was pretty dope. They start running. Org like, "Hey, you want to give it a try?" Yeah. So she falls on her back. She kicks her feet up, kicks Orc up. He's able to jump up and kill one of the crabs. So that was pretty cool. Anyway, after that, he falls on the ground and the crab kills him. And Orc's like, "Maya, get to the tower!" And then the crab devirtualizes him. He just devirtualizes him like that. Then Maya tries to run out to the tower, and then the crab just comes out of nowhere. He goes, "What are you doing?" Like, look at this. After Orc is devirtualized, he tries to run to the tower, and then the crab comes out of nowhere. Like, "Hey, where you going? What?" He goes, "What?" And then Maya sits down and starts to sing and makes an ice wall. And then Yumi runs over. She goes, "What? Did you just do that?" She goes, "Yeah, I think I did." "Well, okay, hurry up, go to the tower." And then Maya runs over to the tower, gets inside of it, and then Yumi goes, "Hey, it's okay, she's in the tower." And then the crab busts through the ice wall and devirtualizes Yumi. And when she goes into the tower, she taps on the little Lyoko iPad, and she she puts her hands on it, and it pops up Alita. She goes, "Alita, code Lyoko." And the ball disappears. And the ball was attacking Jim because Jim and the principal get into the computer room. The ball was attacking Jim for a moment, but then obviously it disappears. Everybody climbs up the ladder to get into the computer room, and obviously they see Jim and the principal, and she's like, "Hey, Org." Org's like, "Whoa, hey, you promised not to tell." well, it's like, hey, you promised not to tell. So he goes, what? I was trying to protect you. I was trying to save you. Come on, Orc, my darling. He goes, nah, man. You betrayed my trust. The only betrayer is you here, Orc. But hey, what's what? Sorry. Hey, it's whatever. They're going to shut down this stuff anyway so we can protect you. And obviously the principal is like yelling at Jeremy to shut this thing down. Jeremy's like, no, I can't. I'm going to do a new program. What program? Return to the past. Is it going to work? Boom! And then obviously it works. And then it cuts to the very next scene is everybody in front of the vending machine like we saw last episode. And they go, what the? Hey, it's yesterday. Wow, it worked. And Jeremy walks past them and Odd goes, man, Einstein, you're a genius, man. What? What are you talking about, man? Lyoko, Maya, and everything. How do you know about Maya? You really don't remember? Huh. And then, Orc, he like throw. It was kind of funny because he has his cup and he just throws it aside. He goes, don't worry, I'll catch you up on everything. And the very next scene is everybody in Jeremy's room and he goes, huh, I wonder why I couldn't remember anything. And then Yumi goes, well, you were the only one of us that didn't get in virtualized. He goes, you know what, you're right. Huh, okay. Well, I guess later today, I'm going to go to the factory and scan myself. Maya goes, no, it's much too dangerous. You just need to shut down the supercomputer because Xana, he's just too dangerous. Like, this is ridiculous. He goes, well, I still have to try to materialize you. I just need one more day. How about it, guys? And they like, They all started to look at each other. All right, fine. One more day. We'll see how much progress you get by the end of the day. He goes, thank you, man. And they all walk out of Jimmy's room. As soon as they do that, Cece there. He goes, Oric, it's been an hour. I've been waiting for you forever. No one has ever stood me up like this. He goes, well, it's the first time for everything. And now if you excuse me, I'm gonna go hang out with my friends. And they all start to walk away. And I goes, man, if I don't know any better, I think that Cece's gonna become a real pain in the butt. And the very next scene is like that really cool camera movement through all the sectors of Lyoko and Alita and Alita says she wants to be called Alita because she saw it on the iPad. Alita and Jeremy start to tell everybody about how Xana was like, that electricity monster, the monsters on Lyoko and everything. That's Xana. And Xana can activate towers which turn red to come into our world and destroy stuff. And the only way to counteract that is Alita. She can go into a tower and deactivate a tower to where Xana can't do anything anymore. Huh, okay. And then after they're done explaining everything and the camera pans through all the sectors, it cuts back to a computer room and we get this really cool team shot too. And everybody agrees. So you know what? We can keep the supercomputer on since we know how to neutralize Xana. We can obviously we can any time that Xana does whatever, we can neutralize it. Jeremy can keep working on the materialization program to rematerialize Alita into the real world. If Xana does anything crazy, we know how to neutralize him with Alita and Lyoko. And besides, you got Return to the Past, so whatever happens, Return to the Past, baby, like nothing happened. Okay, I guess we're in agreement. I guess we're gonna keep the supercomputer on until we can rematerialize Alita. And then Jeremy goes, okay, well, hey, you guys remember our pact, right? And then everybody goes, hey, don't worry, we can keep a secret. And Yumi goes, well, yeah, we are Lyoko warriors after all. She said it. She said the thing. Lyoko warriors, baby, forever. And that's the end of the episode. Whew. Anyway, we get this really cool shot of this. Really nice. Really nice. Whew. Anyway, that's the episode. So, like, share, and subscribe. I'll see you all later. I thank you all for watching. I thank you all out there for being wonderful human beings. And I'll see you guys next time. And next week, season 4, baby. That's what I'm talking about. So, I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye. All right.